My grandfather, who died very young, I never got to know him, was named Willie August Siems, and I was compared to him often by my grandmother growing up. And he was a great lover of music and dance and those things, so I named the group after him.
Ben Siems is a jazz composer and musician who has a trio called the Willie August Project, and they did something really interesting recently with a new record. They recorded at Glacier Recording Studio, it's in Minneapolis, in front of a live audience, and that audience took home a CD when they left the facility. Well, let's talk with Ben about his music. Let's listen into this live recording and talk about why he chose this route for his new music on this edition of 3 Minute Egg.
I think what really appealed to us about this is the possibility of doing a live recording in terms of the energy and the vibe and the happening going on, but having the potential for the audio quality you can only get in a studio space. A big part of it for us is we like playing, and going forward and having the really aggressive side of jazz, but we also really live in these really quiet spaces. And in clubs where there's, silverware clanging and dishes rattling.
Being consumed.
Right, yeah, those things can kind of get swallowed up a little bit. So it's a really nice balance for us between doing a show but having a quiet enough space where the full range of what we do will actually come through on the recording. Jeremy was one of these people who just sort of picked up a resonance between what I was trying to do and what Pat Metheny did, and it was almost like I was trying to do music like Miles Davis and Coltrane in the classic 60s like horn groups, and just didn't quite do it right. But in doing it not right, I was drifting into the Metheny, especially his 70s kind of era. And so with Jeremy being so well versed in that music, his playing just kind of naturally nudged me around the road that was best for me to go anyway.
We kind of did the traditional way of always recording live to 2-track for all of our albums. There's no overdubs, there's no cut and pasting of things. If I didn't like a solo, we don't cut that out and put a new solo in. So it's kind of that old-time jazz feel, which is kind of like what we're doing tonight, but there's an audience, which I think we found that we've really enjoyed playing in an audience because we feed off of it. We feel the energy of the crowd, and we can tell, you can go into the studio and play, but some nights it just doesn't happen because there's no reason to play a certain way. But when there's an audience, it's like you always have to be on top of your game.
Do you see yourselves continuing to record almost exclusively in that vein, in what you're doing tonight?
I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes.
That's exactly what I would say.